Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Tales of Monkey Island Chapter 3. So this is going to be kind of short, almost certainly. We're at the finale, we're trapped here. I don't think the game really needed to have this. There's been a lot of really long puzzles. We haven't been in a lot of different places, or really had a lot of good interactions or joke moments. There's been a lot of cutscenes that just pop up out of nowhere, and some dialogue puzzles more than just fun bits of dialogue. Morgan Le Fay and myself are tied up, and everybody is working against me. I did find the sponge. It's not even in my possession though, so let's go ahead and just trust Morgan Le Fay and give her sword back.
Your sword!
Thanks. It felt like I was missing a part of me. No offense.
Let's talk to her.
Morgan! How do we get out of here?
No idea. This is your kind of thing, isn't it?
You know, I'm noticing Morgan Le Fay has this, like, neck thing. I don't know what you'd even call it. It's you'd call it, I guess, maybe a necklace, but it's not really a necklace. It's more of a collar. Yeah, I guess it's a collar that doesn't really attach to a shirt. And you would think in most games it was to hide the fact that the animation to the collarbone and the chest animated part of a character is often not very good in games. However, every other character in the game seems to be fine.
Can you reach the rope holding your cage?
Like, look at Guybrush's.
No, I can't get through the top.
Guybrush's neckline. It looks fine, which is kind of odd.
Can you reach the rope holding my cage?
It's too far away.
I'll figure something out.
Better do it fast.
Right.
Dakava's getting away.
A good example of what I'm talking about is things like L.A. Noire. Every single character in L.A. Noire has either a necklace or a shirt hiding the seam there. I think even The Witcher 3 had a similar problem.
If I could just reach that rope.
Hey, that worked. Okay, so now... like, what am I trying to solve here? If she cuts it, she falls. And then I fall. Well, I fall, then she falls. But I guess
Morgan.
we'll do it.
Can you reach the rope holding my cage?
No, but I bet the blade of Dragoda can.
But if the two are connected, doesn't she just fall then?
Come back with my sponge!
I guess maybe they weren't connected.
You'll never have the sponge, or my lady's love. Moose, bring me my prize. Sure thing, boss. I think Santino picked it up. What? Oh, right.
Hey, they forgot the sponge.
Tact him isn't, and bring her about. Yes, sir. Then empty the cannons on him, me hearties.
Hey, Morgan, they forgot the sponge. Ah!
They're coming back. Do something, Guybrush.
First things first.
So let's shoot the cannon, because we love to shoot the cannon. And Wilson
It is for
is
me
not
to
doing
shoot the
anything
cannon,
useful.
and for you to surrender the sponge.
Now we have the rubber tree plant, remember, so... like, this time they shoot first.
It reads, visit the sacred giant manatee mating grounds. Home to La Esponja Grande, 200 fathoms. No littering.
We have a smashed cage,
I spent some good times in that cage.
and we can't even get into the deck quarters. And can't click on this. And can't... apparently we can do something on the map.
No, first you must throw me la esponja, then you may sail.
So Also, he won't let me get up.
Where do you think you're going? Hand over the sponge, or the manatees will forever mate over your corpse.
Yikes.
Let's go to the plank then.
Where do you think you're going? Hand over the sponge, or the manatees will forever mate over your corpse.
Yikes.
So let's talk to the guy, I guess. I guess that's all we can do.
They just won't let up. There's no mask like a rubber tree mask.
Okay, that broke that.
Bring up another cannon from the hold.
While he's doing that, let's fire our own cannon.
You can't sink a boat made entirely of rubber trees.
Ooh, I should have thought of that.
So main mast breaks their cannon,
Another cannon, rapidamente.
and then quickly I need to come up here.
Yikes.
Oh, it's a little bit too much of a puzzle, a little too much. We've already gone rather long on this
Another cannon,
chapter.
rapidamente.
And I was saying that this chapter was probably going to be the shortest one, and
I
it's
can't just
come
leave
out to be
Morgan
the
behind.
longest.
Besides, I have to come right back up in 10 minutes.
Let's talk to Morgan.
Morgan! Everything going all right up there?
Just peachy.
Oh, his ship is immune to cannon fire.
There's gotta be some way to sink him.
Easy for you to say. How do I free you?
It won't matter if Takava sinks us to the bottom of the Caribbean. Take him out.
So the game's specifically saying don't bother to free her.
I'll figure something out.
Hurry! I can't dodge cannonballs forever.
So we have a buoy. What do we have that would work with this? This and this don't combine. And diamond ring and the cannon.
There are many things I'd like to do with that, but shoot it out of a cannon is not one of them.
And so we may just have to.
I can't reach it.
Is the tongue of the manatee on the ship?
Calling a manatee to the rescue is the best idea I've had in minutes, but this won't work above water.
So maybe I do this, and then
Another cannon, rapidamente.
we come over here and use this with the plank.
This is my only way to communicate with giant manatees. I need to keep it safe.
Another cannon, rapidamente.
And
It reads, visit the sacred giant manatee mating grounds, home to La Esponja Grande, 200 fathoms. No littering.
like I've gotten halfway through this, but
I
I'm
spent
just
some good times in
confused.
that cage.
Like it wants me to get in the water,
Another cannon, rapidamente.
but I can't get in the water. Seahorse with the bayonet. Ooh,
Can't throw it all the way there.
a seahorse with the cannon. Alright, so let's do the main mast. Break the cannon.
Another cannon, rapidamente.
And then seahorse head with the cannon to shoot it to the other side.
Sorry, little buddy.
He's resorted to hurling detritus, sir.
Hope you're still hungry, fella. Now that I think about it, keeping that seahorse head in my pants the entire time I was underwater probably wasn't the safest course of action.
Well played, Threepwood.
And I didn't even have to run anyone through.
Yeah, you let a manatee do your dirty work for you. Hey, look at that.
Are they holding hands?
Flippers, but yeah.
Huh. Where do you think they're headed?
I don't know. Wherever nature tells them to, I imagine.
That's nice.
Yes, it is.
And she decides to kidnap you anyways for the money. The trial and execution of Guybrush Threepwood. Interesting. Wonder why there would be a trial and execution. And there's Murray. So, you're talking 23 minutes of gameplay left.
Connors? You have a worse haircut than I do.
This'll be funny. Making fun of the executive producer.
All dressed up and no place to go. Grossman, that guy again? Animation? I need no animation. I live! How many numbskulls does it take to make one of these anyway?
Frankly, probably a little bit more than we'll
Joe
use.
Pitty, the man who taught me everything I know. Everything I know about evil. The testers, sitting in a dark room with lava lamps, and they think it's heaven. Sound? I don't want to hear it. Damien, are you really a lumberjack, or do you just like the plaid shirts? Marketing? I sell myself. Jake, go talk to somebody who cares. Will it never end? Oh, the playtesters. All that pizza and no idea what kind of meat it was. Whoa, that's a filthy lie. This is my own voice. Evan Bruner, he's been around forever. Go away, old man. Randy Tudor, I will end you. Oh, like all these people had something to do with it. Boring.
And they had more babies this time than the previous chapters.
Raise the burning face of hell! At last, I alone rule the interface. I have taken control, and none shall...
And a good 5 minutes, or almost 5 minutes of credits there. And the sad thing is that the funniest lines of dialogue I've had in this entire chapter were right there in the credits. Still got the pox.
Captain? Oh dear.
Yeah, chapter 3 in particular was quite the mess. Like, easily it could have been a lot shorter and written better. And it definitely gives me the feel that chapter 3 was not written by the same people that wrote chapter 1 or chapter 2. I imagine if it's like every other Telltale game I can think of, that is exactly the case, that there was a different writer hired for each chapter. So for some reason that's cheaper, I guess, than just paying one writer 5 times as much to do 5 chapters. I don't know why, but it consistently causes inconsistencies in the level of writing and the characterization of the characters, which is probably a very repetitive phrase to use. Didn't like chapter 3. I really like chapter 2. It shouldn't be that drastically different. And again, this just really gets down to more of the problems. Probably a lot less seen secondary problem of episodic gaming, but it's definitely here in Telltale games. Just things being slightly different when there was no reason. If all of Tales of Monkey Island was made by a different company and it was just one game that was 30 to 60 hours, which, let's face it, at this rate it's probably going to be somewhere close to 20-25 hours of gameplay, maybe as little as 15 hours. So yeah, even if you had just a regular game sold and it was only 15 hours of gameplay, it would be way more consistent if they hadn't made it episodically. It starts on the wrong foot developing a game this way. It's not a good idea, and yet Telltale sticks with it, and it still kind of succeeds, although it is kind of running out of steam because people have seen it before. It was a new idea, and in the world of video games, sometimes new ideas, even if they're not that good, get rewarded. But now in 2017, we've seen it done. We know it's at best just going to get you a slightly above average game. It's not going to be a breakout hit, or perhaps you'll get The Walking Dead Season 1, but then you won't get anything as good as The Walking Dead Season 1 for the next 10 games, which is what we're approaching now, if you count Season 2 and Season 3 as their own separate things. Well, like I said, this was going to be a shorter episode. It just kind of broke up that way. It's not a big deal. We still managed to go about 20 minutes. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.